Okay, so to make the garland, you need a couple of things. You need scissors, obviously, fishing wire. Now this is the fishing wire that I use. This is from Kmart, it's $4, and I use the 20 lb one. There is a few different thicknesses, and the 20 is the best one. Anything less than that breaks, and anything bigger than that is too thick and too hard to work with. So this is definitely the best that I've used. You also need the glue dots. I do have them, hold on. So I got these from I only just started using these, and they're like such a game changer. But I use these, I got them from my supplier Hayden Agencies, but I guess you can find them anywhere. They're just the average glue dots, I guess. And that's all you need. So first of all, I get my wire, and this is a new one. Let me just cut this. But I would roughly estimate like 3.5 meters of wire and cut that. Anything longer than that will just get tangled. So if you have like a garland, say like a 10-meter garland, don't pull out 10 meters of wire. Just do like 3.5 meters at a time, and then and then join it together. Ooh. Okay, so here's my wire. I'm going to pull out about 3.5 meters, roughly. Ouch. Cut it. Okay, now I grab my biggest balloon, which is the 90 centimeter. Like I told you, I used one big one on the bottom, so I'm going to grab that pair, which is here. So this is 90 centimeter, and this is a 40 centimeter with it. And then you're going to tie the wire around here, around the pair, and knot it, double knot it. Pretty straightforward. Okay, now I'm going to get a standard size balloon, because remember I told you I used majority of the standard size, which is 11-inch. I'm going to grab a pair, and this is how I do it. So you get the wire, get your pair, and the balloons that are attached to the wire. Now you want to put the balloons, the new pair, closest to this, as close as you can. Get the wire and wind it around it and push the balloons closer. And you just do that. Now when I first started, I actually used a needle and thread, and I put the fishing wire and I threaded it through the tails of the balloons, because I keep popping the balloons when I did this technique. And I actually started doing this one because I went to a job and I couldn't find my needle, so I had to just do this style, this technique, and this is way faster, easier, looks better. So I just do it like this now. And the reason why I couldn't do this at the beginning was because I was winding it up here and then pulling it down the wire, and it would pop the balloons because it's like shredding them down. So you need to be close, as close as you can to the balloons. Push, and then just pull it down a bit, just so it tightens it up. So I'll do like a bundle like this, and then I'll add the next colour in. Now, when there's too much of the same size, that's when I start introducing a variation of size in there. So I feel like I've got like 3 of the standard size here, so I'm going to put a variation of sizes next. Don't overthink it. Like, you just basically need to do a rough garland, because the beauty in your garland is how you install it. So this part of the process is kind of just your base. You're just doing like the basis of your garland, but you don't need to make it beautiful, because we're going to do that when we install it. Okay, so I will grab some more, wind it around, another lot, wind it around, and then I'll go back to the other colour. Blush, wind it around, and then I basically, I'll stand it back a bit, I add more. So see how I've got like this? Now I'd probably add another bigger one, which would be a 60 centimetre. And I pretty much space these out evenly throughout the garland. So if this is a 3 metre garland, I'll space all the big balloons out evenly throughout the whole 3 metres. See, it's like that. Then I'll add the other colour. Wind it around. There's no like super pattern. I don't count. I don't do like 3 of one colour, 3 of the other. I just roughly do a guide of whatever I feel looks good. Oh, see, I've wounded one too fast and I can hear it popping. But I'll just deal with that later. So now we've got like this, and now I'm going to add another big one. I usually would use, like now, because I've got these 2 colours in the garland, I would usually alternate the colours of the big one, so I'll do a big 90 centimetre one here, and then I would do a 60 centimetre of the second colour, but I actually don't have any left. I thought I had some, but I don't. But this will do, and I'll do it like this. And if I had a third colour, then I'll do this one, the big one, a third colour. There's no like rule, you just go with it. If you look on my page, all of mine vary, and it comes down to like what's in stock. Sometimes some sizes aren't in stock in colours. Sometimes some colours don't have certain sizes. Like this rosewood colour, it only comes in 11 inch and the smallest size, the 12 centimetres and 90 centimetres. So in that case, I would just wouldn't inflate the 90 centimetres the full 90 centimetre. I would make it 60 centimetres to give different sizes. And then I would make the standard size 2 different sizes as well. Like I would just inflate them slightly different sizes to give that effect of different size balloons. But yeah, so you have to just do what comes with what you can get, really. I hope all this is making sense. And I just keep adding. And then when I get to the end of it, I'll just tie. Oh, I cut too much wire. Oh, yep, and I've just, can you hear that? I've like sliced through it so it's deflating, but you just knot it. You just knot the wire at the end. And that's it. Can you see? So before I go to a job, I will make up my rough guide of my rough garland, which this is roughly 3 meters, and I will take a spare bag. So you can get those big balloon bags. I get them from my supplier Hayden Agencies, and they're really good. And I would pack that with leftover balloons, leftover pairs. these standard size. I'd fill that up with an extra bag of these. And if you noticed, I didn't put any of the small size in there because I add that to it when I install it. I don't add it before. So I just do my basic garland, I take that with me, I put it in the van, and I take a spare bag full of a bunch of these sizes and a bunch of the other size. And I take with me the balloon balls that I haven't inflated yet, and I inflate these there. And I will show you next how I install it and how I add these and how I add the gold ones into it. And that's the real trick of doing a really good garland, is the way you install it. So tune in next.